I read John chapter 18, verse 37. John 18:37. You are a king then, said Pilate. Then Jesus answered, you are right in saying I am a king. Then look at it here. He said, in fact, for this reason I was born, and for this I came into the world, to testify to the truth. Jesus came to die for you and I. Vision is the fundamental requirement of all world changers. And world changers are focused visionaries. They receive the word from the Lord and they stay with it until it is fulfilled. They stay with it until it is fulfilled. The Bible says, let every one of you stay in that which he is called. It's not the type of hit and run visions that we do. Everybody hit and run. You try this one, it's not working, you go another one. You try this one, it's not working, you go another one. You try this one, it's not. No. Vision is the fundamental requirement of all world changers. And world changers are focused visionaries. They are focused, very focused. They receive a word from the Lord, just one thing, and they stay with the word until it is fulfilled. John chapter 12 verse 27 says, now my soul is troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. Then Jesus Christ said, this Jesus talking, he said, but for this cause I came into this hour. To do what? To come and die for the sins of sinners. Jesus knew what he came to do, and he stayed in that focus until it was fulfilled. He did not say because miracles was happening and testimony here and there, then he should start ministry and he should forget about the main essence why he was sent on this world. So he knew that everything that was happening around him was just for everything that he was sent for to find expression easily. So when good things are happening around you and you are performing miracles, you are performing things, there are signs and wonders, and yet men are still persecuting you, and yet men are still saying nonsense things about you, you will know that for this cause you came into the world, and you will not allow jargons that everyone is saying to you get into your head. You will be focused on what God has sent you to do on this earth system. We run away from difficulty. When you are persecuted, then it means that what you are doing is shaking. It's shaking the territory. It is shaking the kingdom of darkness. And the only strategy they do is to persecute so that you will chicken out. Look at you, what God has given you. You are running out already. You are already tired. You will stay with that thing you received of the Lord. No matter anything God says to you, no matter who does not believe in you, you believe in yourself and believe in the God who has sent you. What you choose to believe determines your kind of result. What you see finding expression on this X system, the kind of manifestation you see is dependent on what you believe. Who do you choose to believe? Do you choose to believe the report of the people of the world, or you choose to believe the report of God concerning you? Whose report do you believe? I choose to believe. I choose to believe what God has shown me concerning myself. No matter what you tell me, no matter what is happening around, what I have received of the Lord is what I choose to believe. What do you choose to believe? What are you focusing on? What do you wake up to do per day? And if you say you have vision and there's nothing you are doing per day so that vision will find expression, then you don't have vision. You are just wishing. You are just having this feeling of wish because you see somebody excelling in one way and you say, okay, I think I should go this way. And each day you don't have anything you are doing connected to that thing that you received of the Lord. You don't have a vision. Or you've ignored what the Lord gave you. You don't live life by chance. You don't guess your way around life. You should be intentional about everything you are doing. You don't guess. The most dangerous thing is to be living by chance, living by luck. And it go better, everything will come to pass, it go better, everything. You say God, there are a lot of prophecies concerning you that they've told you that you will become wealthy, this one will become this. There are a lot of prophecies concerning you, but what are you doing per day that will make that thing that you have received of the Lord to find expression? We allow the spirit realm, the realm of the spirit is to your own advantage. You now allow the negative people to be entering the realm of the spirit, causing problem in your own family, causing problem in your own life. And you, the realm of the spirit is built for you to have relationship with God, and you are running away from the God, you are running away from Jesus that will give you the authority over every negativity in darkness. Everything that they are doing is only Jesus that will give you the authority, and you are running away from Jesus. He is the one that is the Lord, and you are running away from that Jesus. You are following one of the dimension of satanic agents, and there are other agents that can still fight you, but in Jesus nobody will fight you. Inside Jesus there is no agent under Jesus that will fight you, because once you are in Jesus, you are in Jesus, you are in Jesus. All the old agents, positive supernatural, know that yes, this one is our own. But in the negative supernatural, you can be for this one, you can be for this one, and when you are for this one will be hunting you down. They will use this one to fight this one which will target this one, Abalis will target this one will target this one. So they will be using juju against themselves. It's only in Jesus that you know that nothing can challenge you, so far you are strongly staying in Jesus, and you rise per time. So we don't always rise. So devil will be doing different visit for us. Devil just bring things. That's where devil challenge. So it will make things hard, and that thing you say you receive of the Lord, you will now be shaking, because devil know that if that thing you receive of the Lord find expression, he knows that you are a terror to his own world, you are a terror to his own kingdom, you are a terror to everything he's doing, you are a terror to his agents. So they will choke you until you give up on that thing. You are the one that will say, I won't give up. You are the one that will say, I won't give up. It is not God that will help you to say it. It is not Jesus that will help you to say it. It's the Holy Spirit that will help you to say it. You will make the decision. The ones you are seeing everybody not giving up is because they stood their ground. When everybody was saying, this thing, better go and do something. You that you are trying, especially for those who are trying to establish something. There is something you are trying to establish. This thing is coming. But everyone is saying, better go, my friend. Better go and do one job in one place. Jare, forget this thing what you do. Don't listen to those kind of people. That thing you want to start, no matter the suffering, start it. Your own is to make sure that when you start it, you don't now sit down and be looking. No, when you start it, you keep trying to grow, gather knowledge, get a mentor on that field. I tell people who have two mentors in life: your spiritual mentor and the mentor on the field you are pursuing. Yes, there are some people that they are lucky their spiritual mentor has knowledge in all those things that they are also pursuing, so it can help. But if you see that, okay, this one is spiritual, now get a mentor on that field, so that at least and you make sure the mentor you are getting on that field you are pursuing is also a Christian like you, because you can get a mentor on a field and he will be teaching you things, he will be telling you things unconsciously in a way whereby you even be bastardizing the effect of every spiritual thing you know. So they will be shifting you away from spirituality, they will be shifting you away from the identity of your identity in Christ, they will be shifting you away from the knowledge of understanding things that life is spiritual. So if you don't understand all these things, you will just be in a spot. That's why I tell it, most spiritual men, I teach it most of the time that as a spiritual man, you must make sure at least you know about different things. So when somebody comes to you and is telling you about something, you will not, because you don't know about that thing, now think it's of the devil. You'll be able to let the person understand the wisdom dimension that he can use to operate in that field, that devil will not be able to penetrate. He will not be able to find, devil will not find expression in his own life as your own son. Vision is the fundamental requirement of all world changers, and world changers are focused visionaries. They receive something from the Lord. They don't say marriage will make me leave this thing, and they make sure that thing find expression. Marriage will not stop it. Nothing will stop it. Father, mother will not stop it, even if they are not supporting. The children, the wife, the children, they will not stop anything, even if they are not supporting, because you receive from God. That's why I always say that it is very good, if you know you are not yet married, it's very good you are sure of what you are going to do, so that the kind of marriage you will enter, the kind of woman you marry, or the kind of man you marry will be somebody that is aligned, is in alignment to what you have received of the Lord. So that what we call success, marriage, wedding that we call success, will not be what devil will now sit down on and not make you manifest what God has given to you. You will not be finding other things to manifest, and you just be rotating. You too, you know that you are struggling. A lot of marriages, they are struggling in this thing I'm saying now. They are trying to find the expression of what God has given to them, but they've married wrongly, and it's choking them, and they can't do anything. It's choking them because you can't run out of it. Your assignment is always the problem God has designed you to solve for others. Your assignment is always the problem God has designed you to solve for others. There is something God has designed you to solve. So your assignment is the problem God has designed you to solve for others. You yourself, how will you know your assignment? There is something in you that you don't like. There is something in you that you resent. Anytime you see this thing you resent. Let me tell you one thing. While I was growing up, we'll be meeting things, saying different things in the environment. One thing I hated most was seeing people using charm. I hate that stories. When I hear stories that they were fighting, he just used charm to hit him like this, he just fall. I'm always angry, and I hate it that you and somebody have misunderstanding. You now go and meet one balance and use it to choke somebody, or in an office you need promotion, and you will not allow the normal things to rule over the promotion. You will not allow the CEO to do the normal work, the management to do the normal work. One person will now be going to one place and go and be doing a balance. I hate all those things. Embedded in me, as I was disliking those things, those are this problem that God was sending me to solve on this system, to shut down darkness. Somebody will not be using negativity as advantage over others. So you will see people using negativity as advantage. It might not even be charm. You will be using your own negative ways, your own corner to be having advantage over people, over others. I hate somebody trying to play too smart on the negative, using negative intelligence on people. I hate it. So embedded in you, that thing you don't like, or the one you like most, any of the two, the one you resent, it can be part of your vision, part of your purpose on this earth. What you know you resent, if you hate this kind of a thing happening around people, then it means there is a problem you need to solve. Then if you like this kind of a thing so much, and you know that you like it, is not the will and the wish. How you know that you really like something that is not will and wish is when you enter that thing and there are a lot of difficulties, especially the difficulty of no money. If you see that money is not coming from it, you are still enjoying yourself doing it, then that one is inside your build system. There is a difference between gifts and talent. We will handle those ones. I will make sure I handle gifts separately and I will handle talent separately. Because most of the time, gift is always spiritually inclined, while talent is physically inclined. Gift is always powered by spirit entities. Talent is always powered by your own self, as in, is inside your build. So any of the two can determine your vision. Any of the two can determine your purpose. Any of the two. Most of the time, even your talent sometimes might be aligned to your gift. That what you are doing as a talent, what you like and you love doing, you like doing this thing. The spiritual dimension of the giftings will endorse it. It will be making you have exploits. So you will have a positive advantage over those that don't want to even hear God. So you will be the one that God will be keeping to solve their problem later on when they now hear God. You know, all these people that are doing negativity around us now, later on a time will come, they will run to God. So when they now run to God, devil will be making things hard on them. It is you that are following God now that will be the solution to them. And that's the technology of wealth transfer agenda. But I don't want to be going deep to all those things. See, God has a perfect plan for everyone following Him. You are the one that is using this present to think that maybe you will lose. God has a plan for you. You are the one that will not allow devil to remove you from that perfect plan of God. If you allow devil to remove you from that perfect plan of God, you will just see that those ones you are looking at that they are doing bad, later on, 5 years time, 10 years time, they will overtake you and you'll be like, so this person is not a pastor. There are a lot of people that you'll be like, this person is not an apostle, he's not a pastor. Jesus, and you've chickened out, and them, they will now be pursuing God with all their energy. Then you will now look at yourself that, I have been deceived. You have deceived yourself by yourself. John 18 verse 37 says, you are a king. Then said the Pilate. Jesus answered, you are right in saying I am a king. In fact, for this reason I was born. For this reason I was born. And for this I was born to come and testify to this truth. Jesus said, for this reason I was born. And for this I came into the world. For this reason I was born. And for this I came into the world. Anything permitted increases. Anything permitted increases. If you you permit negativity around you, negativity will increase. If you permit feeding your eyes with negative things, it will increase. Negativity things, what you hear, if it's negative things you hear, it will increase and it will choke you. So it means you must surround yourself with the kind of things you want to hear to make what you have received from the Lord fulfilled. If you permit God to use you, you will increase in God, and God will increase in you. If you permit the devil and his agents to use you, demons are whispering to you now, you are listening, and you are doing what they want you to do. As human beings, demons are whispering to you and you are listening. They will increase and multiply in you because you've left yourself to be used by demons. An idle hand is the devil's workshop. Devil will use only those that don't have anything doing. Devil will use and sit down with those that don't have vision. He will sit on their head. There is something that God has sent you to do. There is something. Vision is the fundamental requirement of all world changers. World changers are focused visionary, focused. They receive something from the Lord and they stay with it until it is established. Your assignment is always the problem God has designed you to solve for others. Look at the kind of problems around you. Look at it. Look at what people are going through around you. Your mistakes in life can be documented and be used to teach others, and it will be your success point, to be your bailout system, because there are a lot of people that want to learn from your mistakes, but you don't know. People write books. Your mistakes can be documented in books.